Today I'm going to give a demonstration of Lightning Escrow, creating an account, creating a transaction, paying for it, and then closing out. Let's get started. First, I'm going to sign up for an account, and in this example, I'm going to use the email johnadams@example.com. I'm going to make up a password. And sign up. Great. Now I'm a user of Lightning Escrow, and as you can see on my dashboard here, I have not created any orders yet. But let's do that. Let's create a transaction. So first, we got to know who I am transacting with, and I will transact with my other email, supertestnet@gmail.com. I'm going to sell him a good. You have the choice of doing a good or a service. In this case, I'm going to sell him the Bitcoin white paper. I'm going to describe it. Bitcoin is peer-to-peer electronic cash. And who's going to pay the escrow fee? The escrow fee can be paid by either the buyer or the seller. Actually, because we're in beta right now, we're not charging any fees, so it doesn't really matter. I'll pay it. Or actually, no, I'm the seller, so I'll pay it. The amount to request will be 1,000 sats, because it's a great white paper and worth that amount of money. Let's start the transaction. Next thing it wants me to do is create a HODL invoice. A HODL invoice is a special type of invoice that is used in these contracts. So what I do is I open up my terminal, paste in the thing it told me, and hit enter. And lo and behold, LND spits out for me this invoice right here. So let's plug that in. Next step. Great, my transaction has been created. The details were sent to the buyer. Please await payment. And I do need to notify Lightning Escrow once my counterparty has attempted his payment. And there are instructions on this page for doing that. So let me show you what this looks like. When you're looking up the status of a HODL invoice, you paste in that command that we give you and hit enter. And LND spits out this whole thing. The particular thing you're looking for is state. And here the state is open. It needs to be accepted. If the counterparty has attempted his payment, it'll be in an accepted state. So that's what we're looking for. But it's not there yet because he hasn't tried to pay. Let's go and see what the other user is looking at right now. The other user is checking his email. And look, he's got a new email. Invitation to start transaction. So he's going to check this out. There's an email from Lightning Escrow in here. Hello, John Adams. Or hello, SuperTestNet, actually. John Adams wants you to just do a transaction with him. Gives him some of the details and a button to click if he wants to start the transaction. So let's do that. I'm going to sign up for a new account. Here we go. And look at that. I am a new user, and it's offering me the invoice to pay. So I'm going to do that, copy the invoice, open up my Lightning wallet. Here, in this case, I'm using Electrum. 1,000 sats is about 37 cents. I'm going to go ahead and pay that. Yep, sounds good. Electrum is now attempting to pay the invoice. Of course, Electrum can't complete the payment because the recipient of the money doesn't have the pre-image to this thing. But let's go and check back with how he's doing. I'm going to run this command again to check the status of my invoice. So paste it into there, hit enter, and you'll notice the state has changed. The state has changed from open to accepted, which means it has seen the attempted payment by the other user, but it can't actually settle the payment yet. So it's like, okay, I've accepted this, but I don't have the money yet. He's only accepted the HTLC, the contract. So he has looked this up, and let's see. This gentleman, the sender of the money, needs to say, all right, I've paid, or at least I've attempted to pay. He can tell because Electrum sits here in an in-progress state, or whatever wallets he's doing will say something similar to that. Success. The payment is held in escrow and will be released to the seller when you confirm that you received your goods. Sounds good. Let's go to the dashboard for him. There's an action needed on his dashboard, and it says waiting for the seller to confirm payment status. So that's something the seller has to do. The seller needs to go to the details page and confirm that the status of the payment request according to LND is accepted. Yep, that is the current status. Great. Please send the goods or services to the buyer and click the confirm button on this page when you sent them. So I've already created an email from me. In this case, my email, it's the John Adams way. Anyway, he is going to send the Bitcoin white paper to the recipient. And I've already created an email that has it as an attachment. It says, here you go. So let's go ahead and send it. And then I'm going to go and be the recipient of this. Oh, no, not yet. I have to go and say that I did send it. Waiting for you to confirm you sent the goods or services. So now I can confirm that I sent the goods or services. Confirm that. Thank you for sending the goods or services. We are now waiting on the buyer to confirm they got them. Okay, well, let's go back to the details page. Once again, it's waiting for the buyer to confirm delivery. So I'm the buyer now. Let's go see if I got it. Oh, look at that. I got 2 emails, one of them telling me the goods were shipped out, and another one telling me the Bitcoin, giving me the Bitcoin white paper. So here it is. Look, I did receive it. So I can go ahead and go in and say, we refresh this page. Waiting for you to confirm delivery is the current status. So I can go down and confirm that I received the goods or services. Yep, I sure did. And now it's complete. I sent my money, or at least it's still attempting to send. He hasn't accepted the money yet, or he hasn't settled the payment yet. But I attempted to pay, and I have my goods. So the status is complete from my perspective. Let's go back to this guy, though. Waiting for buyer to confirm delivery. Well, he's done that, so let me refresh this page. And look at this, success. Your buyer received his goods or services. Collect your money by running this command in LND. Let me run this command. Paste. Those little curly brackets mean it's settled. And from the senders of the money, from his perspective, even Electrum is telling him, hey, your payment went through. Look at that. So by this method, Lightning Escrow was able to approve the payment and let it go through without ever taking custody of the funds. And that is how Lightning Escrow works.